Welcome back. We have Brody White joining us on the show from Spruce, Goose, Chop and Block. It's hunting season, Brody.
Yes, it is.
Have you been out hunting yet?
I have a lot, actually. I've been quite fortunate this year.
Have you killed anything? Or
no,
is that
as
right
luck would have it, we're making pork sausage this
We're making pork sausage,
so,
but a lot of people...
I was really hoping to have some venison here today, but...
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, there's still time.
And a lot of people like to make sausage with what they get in the bush. So
they do, absolutely. It's a great way to utilize a wild harvest because it's extremely lean meat.
Yeah.
It's a great way to add some healthy fat to it.
Well, let's get started. I don't want to run out of time here because I know we're making these sausages today, and I know there's a lot involved.
Yeah, so sausage is all about the steps that you follow and how you, what ingredients you're adding at what point in time. The first key step is the selection of meat. Obviously, you want a 70% lean meat, so 70% lean meat and 30% fat. Today we're using pork shoulder, which pretty much represents that. You don't have to add any fat. It's pretty much good to go. And we're going to throw this into that meat grinder over
Eventually,
there. Yes. But first step in all sausage making, so selecting your meat, you could use 100% lean venison or moose or whatever, and add 100% lean or 100% fat to that.
Okay.
And then you would get 70-30.
It smells good, I have to say.
So today we're just going to make a fresh grilling sausage.
Okay.
Lots of different kinds of sausage, but today we're making a Portuguese style chorizo. And then, so first step is adding the spices.
Do you guys do this a lot at the shop?
We make a lot of fresh grilling sausage. We don't have a smokehouse, unfortunately, so that we either contract out or work with local artisans for that. But we make all our own fresh grilling sausages, and this is a recipe that's very popular.
Awesome. It smells great. Those spices smell good. And is this feta?
This is feta. So Portuguese style chorizo, an authentic traditional recipe, and I stick with the North American tradition of bastardizing European traditions by adding cheese to the sausage.
Okay, let's do it.
So we're just going to season our meat, and the best way to get a good bind on your sausage is to season your meat at least 4 hours ahead of time.
Okay.
And then we stick it in the freezer, so I'll sneak behind you.
Sure.
Oh.
The magic of television.
So we stick it in the freezer just to really firm up the meat.
Okay.
And get it so it goes through the grinder and the grinder cuts as opposed to smushing the meat.
Okay.
Okay, that's a really important step. And then, so we just want to let that chill for a while. I'll grab the stuff that I put in earlier.
So these ones have been in the freezer for a while?
Yes.
Okay.
So I got here today. I split it out on 2 trays so it kind of firmed up a little quicker. So, obviously, the ingredients in sausage is your meat, your spices that you use, any additives that you would use, so feta cheese, jalapeno peppers, bacon, all these kinds of things. Dried fruits, nuts, all that.
Really? So you can sort of add the things that you want to in order to sort of personalize it a
There's
little bit.
1,000 different kinds of sausage, and then there's 100 different variations for each sausage.
Okay. Okay.
So we're going to add feta cheese to that, but we're going to do it after we grind.
Okay.
So how much time do we have?
We got about 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
So if you want to start grinding now,
we'll just wait a bit, and we'll talk about just a couple different kinds of sausage.
Yeah.
So these are all
so good.
These are all smoked or cured sausages. Obviously, everybody's favorite pepperoni, so that's hot smoked. So it's fully cooked, ready to eat out of the smokehouse. And then we have stuff like this Landjäger, which is a cold smoke and a ferment. So it hasn't been cooked at all, yet it is still ready to eat through the fermentation process, like any cheeses or yogurts, things like that. This is a turkey farmer sausage, so it's in a larger casing, very simple spices, salt, pepper, garlic, and that's it. Bavarian smoky, and then a mini turkey pepperoni.
Delish.
Yeah.
What's the most popular? What do you sell the most of?
All this stuff. Actually, pepperoni naturally. Landjägers we sell a lot of, and the turkey products are getting increasingly popular just due to fat content.
Okay.
And health,
All right.
So if you're into doing this at home, we do sell, we have all our spice blends that are all ready to go for you guys. It makes things a little simpler at home. But, but we do our own blends, so we'll get this started here.
So the meat grinder is a must when it comes to making sausage, obviously.
And this is a big one. It's kind of always better to go over the top. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because if you end up with too small of a grinder, it doesn't cut, and it just ends up smushing it through, and you're going to get a very crumbly texture in your sausage. So
we're turning it on. Here we go. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this done in real life.
So Portuguese chorizo is a coarse sausage to begin with. It's supposed to be crumbly. We would select a different die if we wanted a different texture in the sausage.
Okay.
And you might even put it through twice if you wanted a really fine textured sausage.
Okay.
So like a smoky, it doesn't have a lot of chunks of meat if you cut it in half. Whereas the chorizo, we like to see it nice and crumbly.
Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to get your finger stuck in there.
No, that's why we use this thing.
Yeah.
I've seen it, it's not pretty.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that or no? Maybe not. Okay, well, should we throw to a break right now?
Sure,
And
yeah.
we're going to come back with Brody and finish off the process. See these? We're going to stuff the meat into the casings, we'll call them, after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. We have Brody White joining us from Spruce, Goose, Chop and Block. I swear I'm going to get that right when I say it.
Spruce, Goose, and Chop and Block.
And chop and Block. Okay, it's good to have you on the show. Yeah. We're making sausages today, and maybe explain again what kind they are.
Okay, this is a Portuguese chorizo made with 100% pork meat, okay?
There it is. Smells good. We know it's going to be good, and we're just about to wrap them in their casings.
So this meat has been marinated in the spice blend that we've created. We half froze it, and then we run it through the grinder. And now we're going to mix it. Mixing is a really important part of sausage making.
Okay.
That's what creates the bind, and that's where you get the nice crack to a sausage, or knack is what they call it. So now just get in there, mix it, like really get in there. What you're looking for is it's going to start to get tacky. The texture's really it's going to look less like ground meat and more like a uniform mass. And where you can kind of see the water and the fat glisten right now, it's going to get like a flat, matte texture to it. Okay? So while you're mixing that, I'm going to get the sausage press loaded up with our casings. Casing selection just depends on the sausage that you're making at that time.
Right.
We're doing a grilling sausage, so obviously we're going to use a dinner-style casing. This is natural casing, natural meaning that it's pork intestine.
Okay.
There's such thing as a collagen casing. The Landjagers and the pepperonis are both stuffed in collagen casings.
Okay.
And that's just because it's a little bit more uniform and easier to work with.
Okay.
So we're just going to get this loaded up.
I volunteer Brody to do this part because I'm not sure how well I would do at that. But I'm going to help stuff them, right? Or no?
Yeah, you are definitely going to stuff them.
Okay. So this is.
Or you're going to link them.
What is this machine called that you're working on right
This is a press. It's quite rudimentary. I don't think the design's changed since it was invented. But this is a manual one, obviously. There's hydraulic ones. There's vacuum-style stuffers once you get into large production. This is a 10-pound stuffer. It's for home use, basically. Well, that looks pretty good, actually. Perfect. So, have you felt it get a little stiffer?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
You can see that the texture's a little bit more matte as opposed to shiny.
Right, yeah, you can see that.
And just so everybody knows, I don't think I said it, but we are mixing over top of ice.
Oh,
because
my hands are cold.
You can take your gloves off now.
Yeah, my hands are cold, but that's all good. That's part of the process.
Maybe if you want to change the gloves, there's a box right behind the grinder.
Great, all right.
So then I'm just going to load up the stuffer. You want to be really careful not to get any air pockets in the stuffer, or you'll get air pockets in your sausage.
Have you ever had somebody else's sausage and there's air pockets in it? You know exactly what's going on? Say, I wouldn't know what that is.
It's not necessarily like a bad thing to see at the finished product.
Right.
It more makes it just difficult to work with.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
And when you're working with like hydraulic stuffers and you get air pockets, you can get like air under pressure, obviously, could like explode the casing and make a bit of a mess.
Right, okay.
So, stuffer's loaded up. We're going to load it into the machine here.
And then you just twist that thing right down, pushes it down. How cool is that?
So obviously there's gears in here, so to make our job easier, and then it kind of comes out that end.
Maybe we'll move this out of the way and get a close up. There we go.
So now you just want to get it going here.
No kidding, look at that. And so you don't ever stop, you just start twisting them wherever you want.
Yeah, so I'm going to get a little bit of a start here, and then I'll show you how to link it. You got to go at my speed because I'm sure you'll go fast. So you want to link every second link. So that's the first one. Then you're going to do the second one. So you want to pinch it, and then just kind of spin it towards you. And then you're going to skip one and do this one.
Okay.
If you did every one, then you would unwind the previous one that you did.
Okay.
It makes more sense as you get going. But.
Sure.
Okay, so you can start there.
So start here
Yeah.
and right about here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a pocket there. Should we be worried?
Well, that's what we got this guy for.
Oh.
So this is our sausage pricker. You just kind of poke it where you see some air pockets.
And then just opposite way.
Roll it towards you, so pinch it
Pinch
on,
it.
on both ends. And then just kind of roll this side toward. There you go. A little tricky. There, you got it. There you go.
Interesting how this works. What if they unroll? Do they not unpinch?
Well, because we're doing every second one, so that when you always,
Did I do it wrong?
if you did this one,
Yeah.
you would unroll the one that you previously did. So you pinch, do the second one, and then roll it towards you.
Okay.
Always in the same direction, and then it does unroll. So then you pinch, and then do the next one. So we skipped that one.
Okay. I
There
see
you go.
what I did wrong there.
So now you've got.
Look at this. This is impressive. So how many of these would you do all at once when you're doing them in the shop? Like, what are you talking about here? in terms of-
We do 10 to 15 kilo batches at a time. I think we had 2 kilos here. So it's a lot.
This is a little small one.
Yeah, there's usually 2 people on it at the same time.
Okay,
It makes
yeah.
things go a lot faster.
Absolutely. We're out of time. I'm so glad you came on the show today to show us how to make sausages. Brody, this is fantastic. I've never done this before. Very cool. Thanks for bringing all the machinery and
Yeah,
stuff.
not a problem. So if you're at home
Awesome.
and you want to make sausage, we've got the sausage blends for you. We can help you out with the pork if you need to add it to your wild harvest.
And if you just want to come in and get the
sausage, you
sausages,
can do that too.
You can do that too. But all the stuff available at Chopping Block. Information on the screen, sprucegoose.ca, and the phone number. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.